シン・ロブジラ
Today we're going to be talking about the Playmates Godzilla Classics line, Rodan 1956. This figure, along with Gorosaurus, are the hot new items from Playmates and their Godzilla Classics line. For anybody wondering, I got this off of Amazon. There's going to be a link in the description and in the comment section below so you can nab one for yourselves, because I don't know how long this thing's going to last on there. But seriously, work quick before the scalpers get at them. And just looking at this figure, everything that I was really hoping for has been pretty much met. The figure looks great, the detail is fantastic, the balance of color is great. At the beginning of this figure's lifespan and all of us knowing that it existed, I really didn't see what the fallback was for some people. Granted, yeah, the promo image of it having hinges at the wings really put a lot of people off. I feel not many people saw this, and if they did, it was really just one of those, I'll wait and see if I really dig it. And I can perfectly understand that. Honestly, this is another one of those figures where you need to have it in hand to fully appreciate it, I feel, because this does look really good. And I hate the fact that I use really so much. It makes me feel like I have such low form vocabulary, but sometimes you're looking a figure in the eyes and it looks so good, you're kind of at a loss for words here. Now, before anybody asks, no, I was not able to acquire Gorosaurus. He has not popped up on Amazon. He has not popped up on Target. He has not popped up on Walmart. He has not shown up in any of those places that are directly near me. So, yeah, we're still going to be waiting for the big old dinosaur head kangaroo kick boy. But until then, we do have Bird. And how about we just snip him out of this box and get to doing what we're all here to see.
Oh, very nice. I very much like this.
Bird.
Yeah, I do too. He's looking pretty spiffy. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Funny little tidbit here. Look at Rodan's toes over here, They're more gold, you see? They're not just on the nails, they're on the knuckles and everything. That's something that the final figure doesn't have. And another thing that this thing is sporting that the final figure doesn't have is just the gold is only on the tips and on the bottoms of the fingers. On both hands over here. Let me give you a closer look at that. See what I'm saying? Pretty interesting, huh? Really makes you wonder. And this... I'm sorry, but you can almost see like the brush tooling that they did over here to get rid of the hinges. It does look heavily doctored over there. To me, at least, I could be wrong. Alrighty, up front, I really like this thing. I like it a lot, and probably one of the most important things is just that this thing can stand. I was a little bit worried that he wouldn't be able to hold his weight with his wings, but his feet are nice and flat. They didn't make that same mistake that they did with Jet Jaguar, and it's solid. And I mean that in pretty much every way, shape, or form. Let's take a closer look. Oh, one more thing. Before we get started, I just need to confirm. Head is vinyl. Very vinyl. Wings are a very soft, maybe plastic, maybe vinyl. The legs are a little bit on the tougher side. Less malleable, but they are movable. And the body over here, kind of on the hard side. It does have a little bit of give to it, but I don't feel like it's wholly plastic, just really hard vinyl. So the face is a little goofy from head on, but from the sides and even from the up-down angle, or the down-up angle, the angle looking down, I feel like the face looks just fine, honestly. I do appreciate that the tongue is painted, and it's very cleanly painted as well. Good on ya, Playmates. But no, for real, the detail on this is immense. It looks amazing. Look at all of the wrinkles. Look at all the little grooves, the little skinnage that's going on here. This is astounding. Good on ya, Playmates. Good on ya. And the horns are nice and gold too, and there's a lot of nice detail on those. Even on the back of his very turdy looking head, Rodan is just killing it. I really do like that you can actually see the distinction of the beak over here. Very cool. God dang, Rodan got that ice, bro. So I guess it's safe to say that the paint job on this figure is probably based on, or at least inspired by, the original Bandai release in terms of color. Not so much, you know, mold or anything like that. As it does feature gold in the same places. Fingers, chest, toes, horns, beak. Actually, I don't know if the original one had golden horns up here, but it also has the green and the gold on the back. Now, I do feel the green is a bit excessive. But I do like that it is present, but I would have been fine with just the gold streak over here, but I'm not going to complain because it highlights all of the awesome detail there. The metallic green really does help, but again, I think we could have just made do with the gold. But to further stress, I do not hate the green. I'm glad the green is there. Playmates, I see what you're doing, and I appreciate that so very much. Taking a look at these gnarly bird knuckles over here, they're all gold. Entirely gold. Even on the bottom, they're gold. That's something even the Movie Monster series can't stand to do sometimes. And yes, both sides are given the all gold treatment, both on the top and on the bottom. Granted, they can be a bit messy, but honestly, it really doesn't bother me that much. And then we've got the golden toes, which are practically immaculate, safe from a few gooper goops. Bottom of the feet, we have Toho Company Limited, item number 35484. And then we've got Playmates 2020. 2020, you say? How long have they been sleeping on this? Now, I do have a theory. The original promo image that we saw where Rhodey over here had the hinges on the sides by his wings, I have a feeling this figure was probably supposed to come out a lot earlier than it did. And I have a feeling he was going to be more on the hard plasticky side. I mean, take it however you will. It's a possibility, or it could have just always been like this, and the promo shot we got with the hinges for the arms likely was just really, really old and just slipped out because they needed promotional material. I don't know. Promotional material. Anyway, back to the figure. Now, I can understand why people wouldn't like this. Actually, that's a lie. No, I can't. This is a Showa-era Rodan figure, and it looks great, but I can respect the fact if people don't want to get into this figure. I mean, I find the detail to be absolutely lovely. That looks great, but I will admit that the wings do look super duper plasticky as compared to the rest of the body. In fact, under this light, they almost look like two different hues of brown. But I feel like that's just the lighting. Maybe, maybe not. You be the judge. Haha. But again, the detail on the wings is just beautiful. I love how it's like all really bumpy over here and it kind of matches up with the body on the front and on the back, and then it just kind of smoothens out over here. It's really, really nice. Granted, I'm not the biggest Rodan stan out there in the world, so I'm sure somebody can correct me if this is mostly accurate or not, but I don't know. Just from looking at it, it just looks good. It looks right. Looks like it's supposed to be. And then looking at his scrawny little chicken legs over here, I mean, the detail's all there. This looks like a very early Toho suit, and I mean, I think Playmates absolutely nailed the look and feel of a suit with this figure. Granted, it's been a while since I've seen the original Rodan, but hey! Also gotta give credits to the tail. The tail is nice and bulky, and there is going to be a lot of phenomenal detail on the back of the tail over here as well, right between the legs. Honestly, the detail on this is fantastic. The paint, while sparse, is fantastic as well, and I really, truly, honestly couldn't give this thing anything less than 2 solid stars for paint and detail. Playmates are surely coming into their own, and I like that they're really taking a lot of hints from the original Bandai releases of some of these figures as well, especially when it comes to Rodan over here. I mean, the green and the gold, that's awesome. I genuinely really like that. Like, they're not trying to replace Bandai, but in all honesty, if they keep this up and they can actually get figures out on a more regular basis, once the whole shipping crisis is like all solved and everything, if ever, I definitely do think that they could very much go toe-to-toe with Bandai Japan and outclass them, and I don't think it would take too much when looking at this figure, honestly. But yeah, let's take a look at articulation now, and I bet some people aren't going to like this. Rodan can spin at the head, and that's it. Yeah, nothing at the legs, nothing at the feet, nothing at the wings, nothing at the tail. Well, I mean, the tail can move out and in like so, but that's not really, you know, an articulated thing. Yeah, that's all Rhodey has to offer, just articulation in the head, and I might get some flack for this, but I don't mind. Granted, I am a Bandai stan, I do love my vinyl figures, but really, what else did this need? The head moves, that's perfectly fine. If the legs are articulated, I feel like it would just be pointless because Rodan wouldn't be able to stand. Even if they were articulated from the knees down, or even if they were articulated from the ankles down, I feel like that just would have been articulation solely to just be articulation. So honestly, Rodan only being articulated in the head is fine by me, and I really don't think they needed to do anything else. He is still very much bird. So I'm gonna give articulation a solid star. Let's take a second look at all the paint and detail, see if we missed anything. I swear I'm not trying to artificially lengthen the video, but just look at the lovely detail on the head, the neck, the brow, the horns, man. This is a very, very lovely figure, and I can understand if people aren't about it. I can. It's your opinion. You're allowed to like something. You're allowed to dislike something, and I'm not going to knock you for it. But at the end of the day, I have a very nice Showa-era Rodan figure, and I'm very happy with it. I really, really am. Beautiful details on the inside of the wings. Gets a little bit muddy on the other wing, but that's perfectly fine. Taking a look at where the wing meets the body, that might be a different colored brown. This might have been a case of recasting, maybe. But then again, I do feel like this is just my lighting playing tricks on me, but does this not look like two different browns? I might be going crazy. Taking a closer look at the chest, it's all sculpted there. It's sculpted beautifully, and it's brought to such beautiful heights and lights with that gold. And honestly, the more I look at this metallic emerald green streak that's going on Rodan's back, I really just can't get over it. Golden green. Was that the Jets or something? I don't know. Foosball? I really am just trying to cover all the different areas that I might have missed when it comes to looking at the paint and detail, but I really can't think of anything else to show without coming off, you know, like I'm trying to artificially lengthen the video. I just want to cover every little inch of this figure so people who are having a hard time deciding if they wanted this or not can see every inch and decide for themselves if they're going to be adding this to their collection. Again, link in the description and in the comment section below when it comes to getting this figure off of Amazon. Gotta admire the head, man. This looks awesome. The nostrils, too. The nostrils are done very, very well. And under the eyes, Rodan's got some baggage. I guess he's not a very good sleeper. Bad joke. And just as a little bonus, I wanted to compare 56 Playmates to a few of the Movie Monster series Rodans that I have. Very, very nice. Very interesting. You know, Playmates really are coming into their own. I really do feel like they're starting to stand up to Bandai on their own very elegantly. And that statement's only getting easier to say because the figures are only getting better. So yeah, that's my review of the Playmates Godzilla Classics line Rodan 1956. What do you think after finally seeing this thing up close and personal? I mean, there's quite a few reviews out there as of right now, so I'm sure some of you are a little bit more familiar with this figure than I am. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Gotta give a lovely shout out to all my lovely patrons, including my newest patron, George. Hello, George. Welcome to the Shinrab Jira Patreon family. Thank you so much for being so generous with your patronage. If you would like to become a patron, you can click the link in the description below where all my other social media links are and everything, merch page, all that good stuff. And don't forget to shop Hobby Link Japan with your boy Shinrab Jira with the affiliate link in the description below. Okay, enough shilling. Shinrab Jira, you the viewer. I will see you all on Tuesday with Godzilla Smashes. They're stress balls, but figures at the same time.